This week, harrowing footage of Ukraine's Special Operations Forces storming a Russian trench and engaging in deadly close combat with Moscow's troops was released. As the Ukrainians maneuvered their way through the dirt maze, the assault appears to have taken the Russians by surprise, resulting in several fatalities. A former U.S. Army infantryman stated that Kyiv's forces appear to have carried out the mission flawlessly, doing everything right, in stark contrast to the Russian soldiers' reactions. After watching the video, John Spencer, chair of urban warfare studies at West Point's Modern War Institute, what the Ukrainians did is very unique in their level of proficiency. Even if you're really trained, they do everything right, which doesn't always happen in war. On Monday, the graphic video was shared on several social media platforms by Ukraine's Special Operations Forces. According to the military, 10 Russian soldiers were killed as their forces approached the enemy positions from the rear. Spencer shared the video on Twitter, writing, "I am aware that a lot of people have already made comments regarding this video, which shows Ukrainian special forces engaged in close combat in a Russian trench. I can see they are exceptionally prepared, great weapons taken care of, purpose of explosives. Intense. A lot of adrenaline without being chaotic. Bravo to Zulu." The location of this particular mission was not immediately clear. Along the front lines in the east and south of the country, Ukraine recently launched a major counteroffensive. In addition to other ground forces, Kyiv deployed advanced and heavy Western armor like tanks and infantry fighting vehicles. The operator's camera captured the footage, which begins with 2 Ukrainians getting ready in the trench before they quickly enter, turn, and fire multiple rounds into a dark passageway. A Russian soldier comes running around the bend and runs directly into the line of fire before collapsing as the Ukrainian wearing the camera continues to fire toward another corner. After that, 2 more Russian soldiers run down one of the passageways and the Ukrainian fires a few more rounds, putting those Russian soldiers out of the fight. In the video, the Russian soldiers' crumpled bodies are obscured. The camera's microphone picks up the sound of deep, labored breathing. Spencer told Insider that the Ukrainian service members' skill and professionalism impressed him significantly. They not only protect themselves by using the corners of the trench, but they also hold their rifles strategically for close order combat, manage their adrenaline, and avoid rushing forward and just shooting. In the meantime, the Russian forces are caught off guard. Spencer stated that Moscow's troops never figure it out and just keep running face forward into the Ukrainian version of Navy SEALs sitting in their trenches. Despite the Ukrainians covered in concealed positions, the Ukrainian hurling a grenade at Russian positions is shown later in the video, followed by the sound of a brief bang. A second grenade is thrown by the soldier in a subsequent scene amid intermittent gunfire. Spencer stated that the Russians never realize where the Ukrainians are, because the Ukrainians use the element of surprise to their advantage. They're being overwhelmed and attacked as a result of the explosions, just increase the chaos on the Russian side. After that, footage shows a soldier moving deeper into the trenches before eventually retreating into a small bunker amid gunfire. Before the concealed Ukrainian fires from the bunker, a Russian soldier can be seen slowly creeping through the passageway shortly after. The soldier then sprints through the trenches and steps over the wounded Russian. Dramatic videos have previously depicted Ukrainian soldiers storming and fighting in Russian trenches. But the most recent video published by Ukrainian Special Operations Forces appeared to invoke a particular sense of shock and intrigue from viewers online. Trench warfare is not a new feature of Russia's war in Ukraine and has been a brutal feature of the 16-month conflict. According to Spencer, war becomes intimate, but a video that shows such intense closeness and extreme risk is uncommon. The contrast among life and demise is estimated in a moment or two, he said, adding that this mission at last came down to which warriors were better prepared. while different commitment may be a consequence of situating or weapons within reach. Fighting of this kind is likely to continue. Russia spent the spring months constructing defensive positions close to the front lines and deep within Ukrainian territory that it currently controls in preparation for Ukraine's much-anticipated counteroffensive. These fortifications include, in addition to trenches, anti-tank ditches, minefields, and dragon's teeth, which are concrete spikes made to impede vehicles or heavy armor. According to Spencer, Ukraine will still need to rely on its infantry to take the necessary risks when assaulting and clearing trenches, even with weapons like tanks, drones, and artillery in its arsenal. He anticipated that this will not be the last time we see this kind of video, when Russians are left to die in their trenches. In the end, you still need to send another human into a dark room or dark trench to kill the enemy who is waiting for you in their position. According to Spencer, the Ukrainian military is probably practicing trench clearing as part of a battle drill, so that soldiers can do it without thinking twice. Photos and video from the most recent training seem to show that this has been prioritized. While future missions may have different outcomes, Kyiv's troops will continue to find themselves in similar circumstances to the Special Operations Forces. He stated, "There is no bloodless war, but this time it went really well for the Ukrainians. In the coming weeks, there will be a lot of casualties on both sides.